Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem El Shai by Shem Kakodah. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video responding to the new moon controversy. I was watching, not all, but some of these two clowns, Hakar and Assad, that they were going against. They were responding to a video that was done on, I think, Turkey Day, so-called Turkey Day, from the IUIC about the new moon and full moon, new moon, dark moon, and all that. And the parts of the video that I watched that the deacon, the Hakar, put up, and Hassad, they didn't mention one time. They're arguing that the new moon is a dark moon and then the Sabbath is based upon a new moon. They didn't mention one time that they got that from GMS. Same thing goes with the MOTB. The fact that they teach that the MOTB is a micro C-hip, they got it from GMS. So there are two clowns, especially Hakar. He's a clown. He's nothing but a clown. And Hassad is a clown in the making. Anyway, I was watching this video. Yeah, the Sabbath is based upon the new moon. Is the first time you heard it was from GMS, starting from the apostles on down. Okay? Now, the reason why the IUIC go against it is because they got big numbers. They got those nice schools. They go all over the world. So they got to have the truth. You know, the scripture speaks about thinking gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. That's what the Apostle Paul said. Because they got gain, they think that the Lord is dealing with them. There's plenty. Esau got gain. Esau makes deals. I picked up a Edomite. This devil was making a $660 million deal, and this devil didn't give me a tip. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get his ass back in the kingdom. I'm gonna whip his little short Bonnie Rubble ass. I'm gonna whip his ass, little short Bonnie Rubble looking motherfucker. Anyway, I noticed this. I watched this video a couple of hours ago. So I came across this right here, which I believe this is none other than the infamous Ethan, whatever he is, Deacon Ethan. And he put in, and I guarantee you, when I'm gonna read some of these comments. Then I'm going to click on this page. I bet you this is a new page. I bet you there's no information on it. I'd be surprised. Never seen this before. So I do believe that this is this guy, this lion demon. Let me see. Ya ma an bun ya min manin Israel. I think he just made this shit up. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me click on it. Let's see what information he got. Okay, maybe it's not him. Okay, so this is the guy. This is the guy that says, you know, the bug out meter is on full blast. Let me do this. Let me come back here. So maybe it's not him. Sorry. And it's not a controversy. The new moon, the Sabbath being based upon the new moon is not a controversy. It's a controversy to you guys. You guys out there. So this guy says, okay, he says, sign, the new moon is a crescent, that little part of light is new doesn't make sense either because the Most High does everything in glorious wondrous and magnificent work, and beautiful. He said in every verse and it was good. The glorious and magnificent Creator we serve does everything magnificent. Not really. When he came to Elijah, remember he came in that. A matter of fact, I should go to that. It says, y'all got to see real nighttime in the Caribbean with all the stars out in a full moon, how beautiful and bright and glorious it is. That's the first day, night, man. So now, I'm going to show you that he calls himself following GMS, but he's not one of the elect. He's not doing the work. I'm sorry, let me come back over here. No, let me read this. So he only put 9 videos up. He put 9. He said he was in this thing for 11 years. He only got 9 videos. So that's not even a video a year. So that shows you where his dedication is. I'ma always watch GMS Akim because my spirit said y'all sincere Israelite Akim. But we're not sincere when it comes to the new moon. 11 years in this truth. You're really not in it. You just know the truth. You're not in the truth. Not one time have I changed my belief in doctrine, what makes sense from the beginning of the Bible all the way to the end. I have never changed in the 11 and a half years except for now. So that shows you that you're not a part of us. You're simply not a part. You're not a part of the elect. Once I learned the new moon. Talking about the IUIC new moon, which is the full moon, which is lunacy. New man, my common sense and facts. I never changed. I never added anything, and I never take away anything except for that. So you're guilty of the Messiah said. If the Messiah said or illustrated something about hell, till Yahushua comes, I'm going to keep what makes sense. No, it's not scoffing. It's sincere question. Well, the scriptures speak about avoiding foolish questions and not too many words. Okay, here we go. Bishop Melchizedek, which this is Ethan, Deacon Ethan. The new moon is the full moon. Now the full moon got your head messed up. Please show me how y'all got the dark moon as the new moon. Well, we're not going to show you anything because you're not of the elect. Bubble Eyes said, if you follow Esau, he's calling on Jesus. Right, he's calling on Christ. And they do follow Esau. If not spiritual place of hell for judgment in the spirit realm, then why are we telling people to repent? So now there's another thing. He doesn't believe. He believes that you burn in the actual hell, but he's been following us for 11. If I don't give a damn I don't care if you've been following us for 50 years. You know what I'm saying? You're not of the elect, so you're not going to get it. Because no matter what you do, you're going to die and go to heaven. My question is, so with all the evils that people do, even Israelites like, why are we teaching repentance to save them? The save is talking about save them from the destruction in Babylon. You're going to have Israelites that don't believe, that are not a part of the elect, that are going to, when the destruction comes and the smoke is cleared, they're not going to be touched. It's only talking about the ones that are in. If you're in America, you better damn sure make sure you're one of the elect. Because if you're in America when the missiles drop, you ain't going to make it. Give diligence to make that call and election sure, that you all show the same diligence to save them from some type of damnation in the afterlife. This guy's a bug out. That's just weird. And I'm gonna say this too. I was watching a video that the elder second in command of Dallas, which is go by the name of Elder Ariala. He's been out to New York many times. I've been out there one time, and so I know him well, you know. Been to my house, been to the other apostles' houses and so forth. He's been out here, but if shit, they probably been out here more than 10 times. You understand? It says because okay, let me see something. It says I brought his name up for a reason. What I forget why my mind is going. Why are we teaching repentance to save them from type of damnation in the afterlife? That's just weird, because repentance meaning you did bad things while you were alive, and you want to be forgiven for not to be punished in the second death. Now he's listening. See, this guy, he's listening to us, and then he's sneaking over to the IUIC. And what does that make him? Confused. It'll come back. The reason why I brought up Ariala, he had made a statement, Elder Ariala, but my mind is going. That's like me asking when God said, let there be lights, because there was no light on her, and people say it's the dark moon or it's a crescent moon. Nobody will ever answer my question with common sense, so it's fine. I still love you guys, but you're not a part of us. I don't care if you stay up 24 hours a day with toothpicks in your eyes watching all our videos. You're not going to get it, because you're not a part of the elect. Okay, now they're going to ask, where is your precept on the new moon is dark? So you pretty much got scoffers in here, right? It says so. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see. Let me find this one. Okay, so this is Deacon Ethan. Deacon Ethan. So these are scoffers. If our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So you think that Luna is the correct Luna, starting from the dark? That's the start. Let me explain this to you, man. It's like an hourglass, and when you start an hourglass time clock, you started when his sentences are choppy, you know. When the sand is at full, repeat the new moon is like a sand glass. Wait a minute. If you turn the sand glass off, you're starting afresh, right? It's a starting point. It's a new point, right? It comes to its pinnacle, you know, the end of the thing, when all the sand reaches the bottom. Okay, so when did the time start new on the sand clock, whatever you call it? Is when you turn the shit over, when there's no the very first drop of grain of salt. It means that it's new. A newborn baby starts small. It's called an infant, right? Clock, and you only start an hourglass clock when it is full. When the sand is at this dude's a bug out, man. He a bug out for sure. You got a lot of bug outs in Israel. Okay, let me check out this reply right here. It says, where is a precept for it's not? Let me go to this guy. Oh, it says it all. Look at this. It shows you where this guy's mind is at. Look at that. That's why you can't get it, my man. You need to get with them two knuckleheads, Hassad and Hakar. Not giving us any credit. You know goddamn well you believe that the new moon is the dark moon, and the Sabbath is based upon the new moon because you got it from the leadership of the GMS. You won't give us no credit, you damn demon. Okay, let me do this. Where am I gonna go? And we don't got to go into the new. We already said it. You know, if we said it, it's the truth. The new moon. Oh, another thing. This guy made a statement. I don't know if it's in this video. That the new moon and the Sabbath. The new moon is a Sabbath, just like the Sabbath is a Sabbath, or something to that effect. So everything has to line up, right? If you have a new moon, let's say it's the full moon. When does the Sabbath come in? If everything's lined up, anytime you have a high holy day, it's based upon a new moon. Let's go to that. You can't get it because you can't handle the truth. I had to say that. You can't get it because it's not given to you, man. Read Matthew 13, and you start about 11, 12 verse or so. It's not given to everybody. It's only given to the elect. The guys in the IUIC are not of the elect. And they're deceiving people. Well, that's from what I understood. I didn't watch that whole video on Turkey Day, so-called Turkey Day. It was a 7-hour video. When you spending that much time on one subject, that means you trying to hit it home. It don't take no 7 hours to explain something. Anyway, what did I say I was going to go? Oh, let's go to Leviticus. This is going to cut these IUIC demons. And then they're teaching you're going to go to hell. Now, Hakar and Assad, they just now realizing, oh, does IUIC teach, does the hell doctrine? Certain camps said that. No, ain't no certain camp said that. It was us that said it. Okay? They started teaching that maybe 4 years ago. If you go back 5, 6 years ago, they wasn't teaching that. That's meddle not with them that are given the change. The new moon is a full moon. They came up with that in November of 2016. You didn't know that? This is why we listen to them clowns every Saturday. The head clown. I'm gonna cut all you right now. All you IUIC members, I'm gonna cut you right now. They teach that the Sabbath comes in Friday sundown and Saturday sundown. Now, in the Gregorian calendar, which is based upon the Julian calendar, was so out of course that the summer months it was cold, and in the winter months it was hot. So the calendar was off. So Gregorian Pope Gregory, he had to redo the whole calendar, but he was off too. But he put it, he put it in somewhat order, which is not. Because if you got a calendar that's based off of 365 days a year, that's way off. That's way the hell off. There's no 365 days a year. Anyway, and the IUIC doesn't even know. Nobody in the IUIC, not even the great and powerful Big Brother Almighty, Bishop Nate, none of you can tell me the word month is what? The word month is moon. Look up the word month. The word month comes from the word moon. So where is our calendar? Our calendar is up in the sky. when you look up. Sun comes up, sun goes down, that's a completion in one day. Comes up, sun goes down, that's the second day. Then you got 7 days, then you got 8 days. And then you got a new moon, which is a dark moon. So I'm going to show you that the Sabbath is based upon the new moon, and the new moon is a dark moon. And Yahweh, and they don't even call on the name. They'll say Christ. It says, and Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto this. The word there is sons of Israel. Somebody said, why you say sons of Israel? Because when you click on it, dumbass, that's why you got to go into the blue letter. And IUIC despises the blue letter. That's why they stuck. I'm sorry. Children, the word there is bun. Actually, it's actually bun ya, which means, it could be, if you say bun ya, it could be my son. But it should be bun yum, plural for son. Son is bun, plural, sons would be bun yum. So right here should be bun yum. Bun yum Yasha Allah. Sons, not son of Israel, but sons of Israel. Bunyam Yashar Allah. All right? Come on back. It says, speak unto the sons of Israel and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation. Look that word up. It means to call in. Even these are my feasts. So now they're going to give you the feast. Is the Sabbath a feast? Is the Sabbath a feast? Let's look it up in the Google. Let me see. Bear me for a minute. Give me a second. Oh, by the way, this is something on the Edomites. Now, look what they say about the Edomites. Edomites in the color red. I hope this is the. Is this okay? This is show you that these are devils, man. These are the Edomites. That's what Esau is saying. The Edomites, along with the Jebusites, appear to have belonged to the Horite Confederation. The Horites are Canaanites. They're Africans. The Horites lived in Mount Seir before, they lived in the caves before Esau did, which originated in the upper Nile region. This is the homeland of Abraham's ancestors and is called Cush. In Genesis 10, from ancient Cush, the people spread in many directions. Some live today in Nigeria and Benin as the Edo. Nigeria and the Benin are Jakes. Those are Israelites. Those are the kingdom of Judah. So basically they're saying Jake are Edomites. They're withered Edomites. So look at, they got a red hue to them, right? Edo, ruler called Oba, Benin. These are Israelites, bugged out Israelites. Let me see. Likewise, the Bible, the biblical Jebusites have living descendants in Nigeria. They are called the Ejebo. The Jebusites built and controlled Jerusalem. Melchizedek was the priest king of Jerusalem in Abraham's time. Very likely he and Abraham were kin. Well, it can't be kin because Melchizedek didn't have a father and a mother. So these people are set up. Let me see something. Later reading the Nubian context with the Africans of Yahweh, you know Yahweh, the Genesis record of the Horite rule, to name Esau a kindly of ancient memory, Edom, Idumean. So we were wrong, brothers. These are the Edomites right here, which we the Edomites. We've been fooled. We've been fooled. We've been run amok. We've been bamboozled. We've been led astray, run amok. So we are the Edomites, brothers. So we're going into slavery under Jake, which are the small hats. Whoever put this together, this is why we don't. When they pull out a book, when this big head clown, Vocab Malone pulls out I got a book. See, to show you that I got a book written by Dr. So-and-so and so. I said, we don't recognize who the fuck is Dr. So-and-so. And your man, Dr. Brown, well, we don't know what he, I did some things that was not in judgment. Well, the woman's, calling you out on sexual whatever. So your motherfuckers are looking bad, man. So just know, brothers, you guys are the Edomites. So we got to change the sign. See, this gets people that really don't know what's going on. But we know the Spirit is dealing with us, man. So let me see. Let me come back over here. I'm sorry. Okay, let me come back over here. Oh, I said I was going to look up. I'm sorry. Let me do this. Okay, let me do this. Bear with me for a minute. Yeah, these guys from IUIC, they're waxing worse and worse. Next year they'll probably be teaching that Santa Claus is an Israelite. You know what I mean. Santa Claus, they can worship, they can celebrate Christmas now. But they're getting worse and worse. Yeah, how about Shemal Shai getting ready to break the IUIC? Okay, let me see something. Let me do it this way. Is the Sabbath a feast day? Is the Sabbath a feast day? Yes, the Sabbath is considered a feast day. Where is it found? Leviticus 23:2 states, even these are my feasts. Leviticus 23 refers to the divine feast of the Creator. And the Sabbath is included in this context. Is the 7-day Sabbath a ceremonial feast day? If the weekly Sabbath were not feast, the weekly Sabbath certainly would not appear, thank you, in Leviticus 23. So now let's go back to, I hope you IUIC dudes are taking notes. It says, speak unto the sons of Yasha'Allah and say unto them concerning the feast days. The Sabbath happens to be a feast day. The new moon happens to be a feast day. The Passover happens to be a feast day, which falls in on a regular Sabbath, a weekly Sabbath of the law of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. So now you're going to get a list. The first feast is what? 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. My question is this to the IUIC. They ain't going to be able to answer it. If it says 6, what is the starting point? What is the starting point? Well, let's go back to the calendar. Ancient Israel's calendar were what? They were the stars. They looked up into the heavens. When they were in the wilderness, they did not have a Dwayne Reed. They did not have a mechanic shop where certain mechanics, they used to do, they don't do that no more, but certain mechanics, they'll get a box of calendars with their Joe's mechanic, general mechanics. And you can grab 5 of them if you want. There's one guy, I used to grab a bunch of them. And it had the new moons in it. I'll check to see if it had new moons in it. And you can get as many as you want. And I would get them because the new moons, the moon phase was on them calendars, right? So what is the starting point? This is for you, IUIC. What is the start? If this is the first feast day, and all feast days are based upon what? The new moon, right? Is the Sabbath a feast day? Is Hanukkah a feast day? Although that's not a Sabbath, it's a day of joyfulness and gladness. The same thing with Purim. It's a day of joyfulness and gladness. The Day of Atonement is not a feast day, but it's a Sabbath. But it's not. It's separate from the weekly Sabbath. Okay. You don't work on the Day of Atonement. Neither do you work on the night going into the day of the Passover, and the ending of the Passover. We call it a Passover week. The first day and what is that? The 7th day. So when it says 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th is the Sabbath of rest. So what's the point? What is the starting point of the 6 days? When do we go to the first day? Where is it? What does it speak about the first day? Oh, Moses stole a calendar from the Egyptians, and we use an Attic calendar. And remember, the Gregorian calendar changed the date, like so-called Christmas on the Gregorian calendar might come in on a Tuesday, sometime it come in on a Friday, sometime it come in on a Wednesday. So they have to change the calendars every year. You can't use a calendar from 1992 because the days are all fucking messed up. Why? Because you got 365 days, which the calendar's all fucked up. So what's the starting point? Was there a 7-Eleven? Was there a Dwayne Reed? Was there a Rite Aid? Was there a Walgreens that you can buy a calendar? Was there a dollar store in the wilderness? Oh, let me go to the dollar store and buy a calendar. No. The calendar, you clowns, it was up in the sky. It says 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is a Sabbath of rest. What is the first day that you know to count 6 days? It was in the calendar. They had a 7-Eleven in the wilderness. See, you don't know that. They had a 7-Eleven in the wilderness, man, and they had arrows working up in there, and you can buy a calendar up in there. You bunch of boneheads. All feasts are based upon the new moon. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me do this. All feasts based on the new moon. New moon. Let's see what it says. They may be right, they may be wrong. No, not all feasts are based upon the new moon. In the Bible, the new moon marks the start of the new month and was holy day to worship the Most High and celebrate feasts. They don't know. These are idiots. The new moon is in the Bible. Why it's significant for Christians today? The feasts are determined by the Hebrew calendar. Okay, good. The feasts are determined by the Hebrew calendar. The feasts are determined by the Hebrew calendar. The feasts are determined by the Hebrew calendar. What is the Hebrew calendar? What is the Hebrew calendar based upon? Okay. Let me just do it this way. The Hebrew calendar. The Hebrew calendar. Let me just go to Hebrew calendar. Let's see what it says. The Hebrew calendar, also known as the Jewish calendar, is a luni solar, meaning lunar and solar. Why is it solar? Solar means the sun, because you count days by the sun coming up and the sun going down. That's the solar part. Months are based upon the luni, right? A luni solar calendar that is used for religious observance and as the official calendar of Israel. It is based on the position of, get down, Esau. It is based on the positions of the moon and the sun, and is made up of 12 or 13 months. And the reason why it's called a lunar calendar or a luni solar calendar, because it is based on the position of the moon and the sun. When does a new moon come on the scene? When you see that sliver of light. That's in its infancy stage. That's why it says, what is that? Ecclesiasticus 43:7, if I'm not mistaken. It said wonderfully in its changing. When does the moon go through its changing? When you see that first sliver, dumbass. If you look up at the moon right now, I looked at it last night. The moon is right where it's supposed to be. In a position. It's like it should be tonight. Yeah, actually tonight it should be exactly a half a moon. Half a moon. The following week, it should be a full moon. Wonderfully in its changings. It starts as a sliver. The sliver gets a little bit bigger, like 2 days in, 3 days in, a weekend. It's a quarter. What part of this don't you understand? If the Hebrew calendar is based upon the moon, then guess what? 6 days shall work be done, in the 7th is the Sabbath. The rest, what's the first day? The new moon. How often does it come? Every month. Let's come back over here. Hey, the Apostle Paul said in Romans 11, he said, "Ye are wise in your own conceit." IUIC is wise in their own conceit. Anytime the leadership says something, if they said the beast of Babylon the Great is Bonnie the Purple Dinosaur, they'll start teaching it. They'll go, look, brother, Bonnie is the purple dinosaur. That's the beast in Revelation. Because those guys are zombies. Even these two clowns, Hassad and Hassad, they're using the word, they're using words that we use. Zombies and clowns and all that. What do you think they got? Look, Hassad is our #1 fan. Hassad prays that he can join the GMS. He wants to be a part of GMS. I'm just joking. I can joke, right? Anyway, but everything that they teach, that the new moon is the new moon and the Sabbath and all that, they got that from us. The MOTB, they got that from us. So it says, so let's go back to it. We have established what? That the Sabbath is a feast, right? So here's the list of the feast, right? Concerning the feast, 3rd verse, here's the list of it. This is the first feast. 6 days shall work be done. So I'm sorry, six days shall work be done, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of rest and holy convocation, a Sabbath. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahweh in your dwellings. Let's read the next one. These are the feasts of Yahweh even holy convocations to call the people in, which with the ram horn, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons, and the 14th day of the first month at evening, that's when the springtime come in, is the Lord's Passover. Now it's the 14th day going into the 15th day. It's the 14th day at evening, meaning the beginning of the 15th day. Did we keep a Sabbath? Yeah, the week before that. 7 days before that, we kept a Sabbath. 7 days before that, we kept a Sabbath. That's why the Passover, the first day of the Passover is a Sabbath. The last day of the Passover, the seventh Passover week, is a day from the Sabbath. So you got a regular Sabbath and then you got another Sabbath. Day of Atonement does not fall in on your the weekly Sabbath. So I said the 14th day is the Lord's Passover, right? What's the starting point? Go back to the new moon. Now I'm gonna show you something. Let me go to, and I went to this. What is that? Ezekiel 46 and 1. For you dummies out there. Thus saith Yahweh the Most High, the gate of the inner court that looketh toward the east shall be shut the 6 working days. But on the Sabbath it shall be opened. And in the day of the new moon it shall be opened. So guess what? If you go to a calendar and you go to the new moon, let's say the new moon is a full moon. The new moon is a full moon. When is the first Sabbath? When is the gate? When is the gate open again? It's open on the 7th day. The gates that are being opened are open in order. They're open only on the new moons and the Sabbaths. So does the new moon come in on Friday, sundown, and Saturday, sundown? No. The new moon, according when you juxtapose it to the, I hope I said that word right. Juxtapose the new moon with the Hebrew calendar and the Gregorian calendar. Let's say the Gregorian calendar, the new moon comes in on a, let's say it comes in on Thursday sundown. Well, that would be a Sabbath. Then in the very next day, Friday sundown, will be another Sabbath. So guess what? You got to keep the gates open 2 days? No, you don't keep the gates open for 2 days. You open the gate on the Sabbath and you close the gate. You open the gate again on the Sabbath and you close the gate. When the Passover comes, the 14th day at evening, you open the gate. The rest of the week, you close the gate, then you reopen the gate again. The day, what you call it, the Day of Atonement, the gates got to be open because that's a holy day, even though it doesn't fall on the Sabbath. But the majority of the time, the gate is going to be open every 7 days, and it's closed the rest of the week. So if the new moon comes in, which is the dark moon, you open the gates. Then you close the gate. 6 days the gate is closed. On the 7th day, which is really the 8th day, if you look at the Gregorian calendar, the gates are open again. The gates are open on certain high holy days. Whether they fall on the Sabbath or not. Oh, the tabernacles come in. It's just like the Passover. The Feast of Tabernacles come in 7 months after the Passover. And it falls on the same time of the month as the Passover does. So anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next.